There is a smell in here that will outlast religion.
G'day, Tēnā koutou, Numai Harimai, Anzac here, also known as Angelite85, and yes, I'm going to be talking about the Scorpio. Let's get some of the hardware figures out of the way first, which I have written down here. We know that it's 8 cores, and those cores are at 2.3 gigahertz. Not bad, not too shabby. We have 40 customized compute units at 1172 megahertz. Not too shabby either. So that's our stream processors. We know that it's 16 nanometer FinFET chip. It's got 8 gig of GDDR5 VRAM with 4 gig going to system. So there's a total of 12 gig there, but only 8 gig is being given to the GPU. To do that, the system is getting 4 gig, and the chip, sorry to say guys, is still a Jaguar chip. It's just been highly customized. Now I'm going to preface this very quickly in the whole thing, like, people are going to be going, but you're a PC gamer, why do you care what consoles are doing? Because consoles affect PC gaming, and PC gaming affects console gaming. It's how it is. As much as I dislike it, it's just how it is. And you know what? All more power to devs to get the more money side of things. Yes, PC players have the larger player base, but I'm not going to tell devs that they can't develop for consoles as well, because that's just adding another 80 million to the install base that they can hit up for games. It's that simple. But anyway, I am really actually impressed. I'm very impressed with the engineering for the Scorpio. I'm very impressed with what they have done, and I'm very impressed with what it looks like they may be able to squeeze out of it. Do I think they're going to get proper native 4K gaming across the board? Maybe. Maybe. Things that have been said, or things that Digital Foundry came out with, kind of lead me to believe that maybe not, or there will be sacrifices made somewhere. There's definitely going to be 4K assets, at least in the games, considering that the Forza engine, Forza 6 I think, engine that they ported across to run on the Scorpio had some 4K assets, and you could see it was in the foreground that they had it, and in the back it was actually still lower res textures. They didn't do a full 4K asset run, and the GPU was underload at 66%, I think it was. Now, what does that mean? But they said that they ramped everything up to Ultra. Yeah, they did. Again, they didn't specify whether or not that was Ultra with full 4K asset load. If it was a full 4K asset load and they were getting 4K 60, absolute fucking mad props to them. However, I have a sneaking suspicion that it was still only foreground and maybe some mid-ground. So foreground, so the stuff right in your face. Background was still low-res textures. Foreground and maybe some of the mid-ground was 4K assets or higher resolution stuff to thing. And then they were running at 86% load with everything dialed up to maximum. So that tells me that there is the possibility that there are going to be sacrifices made to hold 4K 60. Shush! Bloody birds. That there is going to be sacrifices made to maintain a 4K 60 FPS or 4K 30 FPS stable. And I mean stable, not locked, because locked still frame rate drops, but stable. I'm talking stable frame rates. You can lock a system to however many frames per second you want. There's still going to be frame rate drops if it's struggling to maintain a locked. So, yep, it's locked to 60, and what about the frame rate drops? What frame rate drops? Well, it's dropping down to 40 and 30 in some places when the things get hard. The other thing that we have to keep in mind is that they were showing off Forza, a racing game that is not overly demanding. At the end of the day, racing games aren't all that demanding. They aren't all that much of resource pigs. So there's that to consider. The system wasn't under what I would consider proper load with something like Witcher 3 or Lord of the Rings Shadow, not so much Shadow Mordor, the next one that's coming out this year, forget its name, but we're talking proper demanding titles running at 4K 60 FPS maxed out. Something that I hope to see at E3. If they achieve it, that's more props to them. Good on them. But I can't say, yeah, cool, woo, because we don't know. They haven't delivered. The box isn't here in front of us. We can't see the games running on them. So we're going to have to wait. Okay, the next thing I want to address is some people that keep saying that, oh, it's going to be $400 US, confirmed. No. Not with the amount of work and engineering they've gone into. Not only that, we have to keep in mind that Phil Spencer has actually said this is a premium console and it will have a premium price. Others have said this isn't a console for average people. People that are happy with their Xbox One and Xbox One S. It's not meant for them. It's meant for those that want a better experience, namely the enthusiast. And any PC gamer that is an enthusiast will tell you that's a lot of this. So much more of this if you want to go to enthusiast level stuff. So, at the end of the day, I highly doubt that it will be $400 American dollars. I would more than likely see it probably push $550 to $600 US dollars at release. If it's under that, fantastic. But do not think for 1 second that it's going to be $400 US. That it's not going to happen. And if you guys come at me and go, well, here's the article. You got to remember that a lot of this stuff has come from the fact that it was €399.99 euros. And the company has actually even said, oh, sorry, that was a placeholder. We just put a placeholder price in there. They didn't actually... So, So, to summarise, am I really impressed with the Scorpio's engineering? Yes, I am. I'm very impressed. Will it mean that we're going to see games on PC get to more of an appropriate level for the platform? Bloody well hope so. I bloody well hope so. Is the Scorpio going to be this cheap thing? No, it's not. I'm sorry to say, guys, I highly doubt that it's going to be $400 US dollars. Not a chance. You'd be looking, I honestly think you're going to be looking anywhere from around about the 500, maybe 600, if not 700. Here in Australia, I would expect it to hit about the same price as maybe what the PlayStation 3 did when it launched. Maybe. Because we've got to remember the amount of time and effort those guys have gone into developing and engineering that hardware. So, me, very impressed with the hardware. Will be very much keeping a close eye on it at E3. So, yeah. Anyway, I've been the Anzac Gamer, also known as Angel885. Thanks for stopping by my pub. Keep that beer on ice. I'll see you around like a risol. E no hora.